Do you have this top 5 ultra-rare most valuable George 1 pennies to look for your pocket change for more than $1 million? Even if your George 1 pennies don't help you retire early, they could still be worth more than face value. Coin valuation depends on several factors including rarity. The 1916 George I 1 penny coin is a fascinating subject for collectors and historians alike. This coin holds significant value due to its historical context, rarity, and the complexities surrounding its production and circulation. Here's a detailed exploration of its value, history, and what makes it so rare. Rarity and mintage. The rarity of the 1916 George I 1 penny coin is largely due to its limited mintage and historical context. Only a small number of these coins were produced, making them highly sought after by collectors. The exact mintage figures are not always clear, but it is estimated that only a few thousand were minted. The coin's limited production is attributed to the economic instability and the focus on wartime needs during World War I. The rarity is further compounded by the fact that many of these coins were either lost or worn out over time. The survival rate for these coins is relatively low, which adds to their value among collectors. Value and market trends. The 1916 George I 1 penny coin is highly collectible due to its historical significance and rarity. The value of these coins can vary significantly based on their condition, provenance, and market demand. In general, coins in mint or near mint condition command higher prices, while those in poor condition are worth less. As of recent market trends, the value of a 1916 George I 1 penny coin can range from a few hundred to several $1,000s. Coins in uncirculated or extremely fine condition are particularly valuable. The most sought-after examples are those with minimal wear, clear details, and well-preserved surfaces. Market factors. Several factors influence the value of the 1916 George I 1 penny coin. These include condition. Coins are graded based on their condition, with grades ranging from poor, P, to mint state, MS. Higher grade coins are more valuable. Rarity. The lower the mintage and the fewer surviving examples, the higher the value. Demand. The market demand for Greek coins and historical artifacts can fluctuate, affecting the coin's value. Collecting the coin. For collectors, the 1916 George I 1 penny coin represents a tangible link to a pivotal era in Greek history. Collecting coins from this period provides insight into the economic conditions, political events, and cultural shifts that shaped Greece in the early 20th century. Conclusion. The 1916 George I 1 penny coin is a rare and valuable piece of numismatic history. Its significance extends beyond its monetary value, offering a glimpse into a transformative period in Greek history. With its limited mintage, historical context, and enduring appeal to collectors, the 1916 1 penny coin continues to be a coveted item in the world of coin collecting. The 1917 George V 1 penny is a fascinating coin with historical significance, especially for numismatists and history enthusiasts. Understanding the value and history of this coin requires delving into its context within the British monetary system, the reign of King George V, and the nuances of its production, varieties, and rarity. This comprehensive exploration of the 1917 George V penny will cover its historical background, minting process, varieties, factors affecting its value, and its significance in the broader context of British coinage. Minting process and varieties. The 1917 George V penny was struck at the Royal Mint in London. During this period, the penny was made of bronze, consisting of 95% copper, 4% tin, and 1% zinc. The coin had a diameter of 30.81 mm and weighed 9.45 grams. The production process involved striking the coins using steel dies, which were engraved with the designs for the obverse and reverse. Over time, the dies could wear out, leading to the creation of different varieties of the coin, some of which are more sought after by collectors. Error coins, on the other hand, are those that were produced with some form of mistake or anomaly during the minting process. These can include off-center strikes, double strikes, die cracks, and other imperfections. Error coins are often highly prized by collectors due to their rarity and uniqueness. The 1917 George V penny, like other coins from this period, can sometimes be found with such errors, making them particularly valuable. Rarity and value. The rarity of the 1917 George V penny is a key factor in determining its value. While the coin itself is not exceedingly rare in general circulation, certain factors can make specific examples of the 1917 penny much more valuable. These factors include the condition of the coin, the presence of any errors or varieties, and the coin's provenance. Condition. The condition of a coin is typically assessed using the Sheldon scale, which ranges from poor, P1, to mint state, MS70. Coins that are in better condition, with minimal wear and clear design details, are more valuable. For the 1917 George V penny, coins in higher grades such as extremely fine or about uncirculated can fetch significantly higher prices compared to those in lower grades like good or fine. A 1917 penny in mint state can be particularly valuable, as it indicates that the coin has been preserved with little to no circulation wear. Varieties and errors. As mentioned earlier, varieties and error coins can greatly influence the value of the 1917 George V penny. Collectors are often willing to pay a premium for coins that exhibit unusual characteristics, such as double strikes or die cracks. These errors are typically rare, as they represent a small fraction of the total mintage. For example, a 1917 penny with a noticeable error could be worth several times more than a regular example of the same coin. As of the most recent data, the value of a 1917 George V penny can range widely depending on the factors mentioned above. In lower grades, the coin might be worth just a few dollars or pounds. However, in higher grades or with rare errors, the value can increase significantly. For example, a 1917 penny in mint state could be worth anywhere from $100 to $500 or more, depending on the specific details of the coin. Significance in British coinage. The 1917 George V penny holds a special place in British coinage history. It represents a period of transition and turmoil, as the United Kingdom was deeply involved in World War I. The penny was a ubiquitous part of everyday life, used in a wide range of transactions, from purchasing goods at the market to paying for public transportation. As such, the 1917 penny is not just a piece of metal, it is a tangible connection to the past, reflecting the economic, social, and political realities of its time. Collecting the 1917 George V penny. For coin collectors, the 1917 George V penny is an attractive addition to any collection, particularly for those interested in British or wartime numismatics. Collectors may seek out the coin in various grades, looking for the best examples they can find. Some may focus on acquiring a complete set of George V pennies, covering the entire span of his reign from 1911 to 1936. Others might be particularly interested in error coins or varieties, seeking out the rare and unusual examples that set their collection apart. When collecting the 1917 penny, it is important to consider the authenticity and condition of the coin. Like any collectible, there are counterfeit coins in the market, and collectors should be cautious when purchasing from unknown sources. It is advisable to buy from reputable dealers or to have the coin authenticated by a professional grading service. This ensures that the collector is getting a genuine coin that is accurately graded and valued. The 1928 George V 1 penny coin holds a unique place in the history of British coinage, particularly within the numismatic community. This coin, featuring the effigy of King George V, is part of the wider George V penny series, which spanned from 1911 until 1936. Although the 1928 penny is not necessarily the rarest in the series, it is still a coin of significant interest to collectors, especially when found in mint condition or with specific variations. The 1928 penny was minted during a time of relative stability in the British economy, following the tumultuous years of World War I and preceding the Great Depression. Although the British Empire was still a dominant global force, the 1920s were a period of economic adjustment, with Britain returning to the gold standard in 1925, which had significant implications for the economy and, by extension, the minting of coinage. Mintage and rarity. In terms of mintage, the 1928 penny is not among the rarest of the George V pennies. In fact, it had a relatively high mintage figure, with 50,520,000 pennies being struck that year. However, its value to collectors today is influenced not just by its mintage but by the condition of the coins that have survived over the years and any specific variations that might exist. While the 1928 penny is not considered rare in circulated condition, finding one in mint state or uncirculated condition can be challenging. This is because, like most coins from this period, the majority of pennies were heavily used in circulation, and thus many surviving examples exhibit significant wear. Variations and errors. One of the aspects that can significantly affect the value of a 1928 George V penny is the presence of any variations or minting errors. Although there are no widely recognized major errors specific to the 1928 penny, any coin that exhibits unusual characteristics, such as a misstrike, die crack, or off-center strike, can attract considerable interest from collectors. For example, die varieties, where subtle differences in the dies used to strike the coins can result in variations in the design, are highly sought after by numismatists. These can include differences in the spacing or alignment of the lettering, variations in the details of Britannia's figure, or other minute differences. Collecting the 1928 George V penny, for collectors, the appeal of the 1928 George V penny lies in its historical significance, its place within the broader George V penny series, and the potential for finding a well-preserved or unique example. Collectors typically seek out coins in the best possible condition, as the grade of the coin can significantly influence its value. Value of the 1928 George V penny. The value of a 1928 George V penny can vary widely based on its condition and any unique characteristics it might possess. As of the latest available data, a 1928 penny in average circulated condition might be valued at a few dollars. However, coins in higher grades, such as extremely fine or uncirculated, can be worth significantly more. For example, an extremely fine 1928 penny could fetch between $20 to $50, depending on the specific coin's appeal to collectors. A mint state 1928 penny, especially one with a particularly strong strike and no blemishes, could be valued at $500 or more. Coins with exceptional provenance or those that have been part of notable collections might command even higher prices. It's important to note that the value of coins can fluctuate over time, influenced by factors such as market demand, the discovery of new hoards, and changes in collector interest. Additionally, prices can vary between dealers, auction houses, and private sales. The 1928 George V 1 penny coin is a fascinating piece of British numismatic history. While not the rarest of coins, it holds significant value to collectors, particularly when found in exceptional condition. Its design, historical context, and the broader appeal of the George V penny series make it a desirable addition to any collection. The 1946 George VI 1 penny is more than just a coin, it is a piece of history. Its value to collectors lies not only in its rarity but also in the story it tells about Britain in the mid-20th century. Whether you are a seasoned numismatist or a casual collector, the 1946 penny is a fascinating coin to study and cherish. Its legacy endures, making it a timeless addition to any collection. The coin was struck in bronze, a composition that had been used for British pennies since 1860. The bronze alloy consisted of 95% copper, 4% tin, and 1% zinc. However, due to post-war metal shortages, the exact composition of the bronze used in 1946 may have varied slightly. The penny weighed 9.4 grams and had a diameter of 31 millimeters. During the mid-20th century, the use of pennies in daily transactions was widespread. As a result, many 1946 pennies show signs of heavy circulation, including wear, scratches, and other imperfections. This widespread use, coupled with the passage of time, has contributed to the scarcity of high-grade examples of the 1946 penny. Rarity and varieties. The rarity of a coin is often determined by several factors, including mintage numbers, the survival rate of the coin, and any notable varieties or errors. The 1946 George VI penny is not the rarest British penny, but it holds a certain degree of scarcity, especially in uncirculated or high-grade conditions. One aspect that can affect the rarity and value of a coin is the presence of minting errors or variations. While the 1946 penny does not have any widely recognized mint errors, collectors are always on the lookout for unusual variations. Minor variations, such as differences in the alignment of the strike or die cracks, can sometimes add value to a coin. The value of the 1946 George VI penny varies widely depending on its condition, rarity, and demand among collectors. Coins in circulated condition are generally more affordable, while those in uncirculated or mint state conditions can command significantly higher prices. Circulated condition. A 1946 penny in average circulated condition might be valued at around £5 to £10. These coins typically show signs of wear, such as smooth details and surface scratches. While they are still of interest to collectors, especially those building a complete set of George VI pennies, their value is relatively modest. Fine to very fine condition. Coins in fine to very fine condition, where the details are still clear and the wear is less pronounced, can be worth between £10 and £50. These coins are more desirable because they retain more of their original appearance. Extremely fine to about uncirculated condition, pennies in extremely fine, EF, or about uncirculated condition can be valued between £15 and £150. These coins show only slight signs of handling and have sharp, clear details. Uncirculated or mint state condition, the most valuable 1946 pennies are those in uncirculated or mint state, MS, condition. These coins show no signs of wear and have a full luster. Depending on the grade, an uncirculated 1946 penny can be worth between £30 and £100 or more. Coins graded as MS65 or higher by professional grading services are particularly sought after by collectors and can fetch higher prices. The 1948 George VI penny is a fascinating coin that holds significant historical and numismatic value. While it might not be as rare as some other coins from the same period, its unique context within post-war Britain and its association with King George VI make it a subject of interest for collectors and historians alike. This in-depth exploration will cover the history of the 1948 penny, its design, production, rarity, and value in today's market. The coin is made of bronze, consisting of 95.5% copper, 3% tin, and 1.5% zinc. It has a diameter of 30.81 mm and a weight of 9.45 grams. These specifications were standard for British pennies at the time and remained unchanged until the coin's last issue in 1967. Minting and production, the 1948 George VI penny was minted at the Royal Mint in London. The total mintage for the year was 89,508,000 coins, a figure that is relatively high compared to some other years. This high mintage means that the 1948 penny is not particularly rare in terms of the number of coins produced. Rarity and collectability, while the 1948 penny is not rare in the strictest sense, it holds a special place in the hearts of collectors for several reasons. First, as mentioned earlier, the coin was minted in a period of significant historical importance. The post-war years were a time of change and adaptation, and coins from this era are often seen as symbols of resilience and recovery. Second, the 1948 penny is part of the broader series of George VI pennies, which are generally well regarded by collectors. The series includes coins from the early years of George VI's reign, through World War II, and into the post-war period. Collectors often seek to complete a set of these pennies, and the 1948 penny is an essential piece of that collection. Value in today's market, the value of a 1948 George VI penny varies depending on several factors, including its condition, rarity, and demand among collectors. As of the latest information, here are some general guidelines for the value of the coin. Circulated condition, a 1948 penny in circulated condition, with noticeable wear and tear, is generally worth between £1 and £5. This value reflects the coin's relatively high mintage and the fact that many examples are still in circulation or easily obtainable. Uncirculated condition, a coin in uncirculated or mint condition, with no signs of wear and sharp, clear details, can be worth significantly more. Prices for such coins can range from £5 to £50 or more, depending on the quality of the strike and the preservation of the coin. Proof coins, proof versions of the 1948 penny, if they exist, would be the most valuable. Proof coins are specially minted for collectors and are struck with greater precision and care. These coins often have a mirror-like finish and are produced in limited quantities. A proof 1948 penny, if available, could be worth £250 or more. Error coins, occasionally, coins with minting errors, such as misstrikes or double dies, can be found. These error coins are highly sought after by collectors and can command prices well above the standard value. However, no widely recognized errors are associated with the 1948 penny, so their occurrence would be rare.